Good morning, dear children. Hope you are all good in God's grace. Well, we are in the lesson Globalization and Trade in the second session. Today, we are going to see about the multinational corporation. What do you mean by multinational corporation? It is in short form is called as MNC. It's a corporate organization which owns or controls the production of goods and services in at least one country. That is, from the home country, it controls the other country. Here we see four major MNC countries. The first one is USA. That is the largest MNC country. It says that among 15 MNC companies, of about 11 is under the control of United States of America. And the next one is United Kingdom. Third one is France and fourth is Germany. We'll see the evaluation of MNC companies. It is politically dominant. What do you mean by political dominant? It has a control over the country politically, with the politics. Okay? Not only with the politics, when we say that it is politically dominant, it controls over the society as well as the finance also. The next one, it has a control on raw material in the host country. From his own country, motherland, it controls the raw material wherever it lay their firm. Okay, purchase the best brains. The skilled labors have been purchased by them, taken away by the multinational corporation, and restores to practice the slavery or whatever they say. The country which holds their firm have to abide. The growth of MNC, especially foreign investment, have been laid in India with the Indian industrialist, and also with the foreign collaboration, liberal inflow of foreign investment. So when we say liberal, it's very easy and simple for the foreigners or the foreign countries to lay the firms in India. So this is what is Liberalization Act says. They were liberal in the rules and regulations for importing their products for sale as well as exporting the raw materials, everything. This is how the MNC have been growth with the rules in India. Reasons for MNC. The expansion of market territory. As the operation of large size firm expands, it seeks more and more extension of its activities beyond the physical boundaries of the country in which it is corporate. So, against their own country, it prevails in the alien country and expand its industries. The next one, marketing superior through the advertisement, and also with the new technology, it increases or it shows its superiority. Financial superiority is also very easy to assess because of the external markets. So this is how it was able to move beyond its boundary. Not only with the financial superiority but also with the technical superiority. The main reason is this technical superiority. That is why they were able to possess a national company throughout the world. Not only the technical superiority, that also with the product innovation. They were capable of giving different products in lowest price. The designs also different with a broad-minded, innovative way. what were the advantages of MNC? We'll see some of the advantages. It produces goods at low cost. Then you have to analyze whether if it is able to produce at low cost, what about the cost of its production? Maybe with the lowest product, isn't it? Okay, it has no transactions and also was about to reduce the price on the transaction. It increased the purchasing power through the innovative productions. And tax variation have been given to the MNC companies, spurring jobs in local economies. That is increasing the job employment because of the skilled and unskilled laborers with a low salary. We'll move on to the disadvantages of MNC. It's a monopoly corporation. As we have talked in the very first slide, USA is a topmost, the largest MNC company. So it controls. The monopoly means single-handed control. So monopoly corporation have detrimental effect on environment. It has a whole control on the environment. Increase MNC products and leads to the downfall in local business. This is what has been happened before the freedom also. Freedom of our country. Because the local product, what we call as khadi, have been just put down. And also the traditional production that has been put down because of the foreign goods that has to be compelled to buy by the Britishers. This is what is happening nowadays also. Just have it in your mind. Innovate yourselves with a better quality of brain. And never be a slave under the MNC companies, children. Well, ethical business laws or techniques. And this also was the disadvantage of MNC. We don't have any ethical business laws. Whatever they wanted to do, that they were about to do that. They have been never had the broad-minded because they wanted to gain much for their home country. That's why everything has been put down and whatever they think will be raised up above their business. The next we are going to see is fair trade practice. Fair trade, the word says about in a fair way. What were the fair way that has been given in India, especially for the low traders or with the farmers? Okay, better prices, decent work and supportive for the small farmers, empowers the consumer purchase. Okay, and raising and stabilizing incomes. The income has been raised and it has been stabilized, not with high or low salaries. Well, equal distribution of economy, not only with the gains and also with the opportunities. Increase organizations and commercial capacities. Increase organization in the sense with the local organization. And the next one is promoting labor rights. Well, the labor rights also have been given equal rights among the MNC countries. With this, they promote the safe and sustainable farming method with working conditions. So, this fair trade practices is for low marginal workers and for the farmers. What were the principles of fair trade practice and who were the beneficiaries? The consumers, they support free trade organization and producers. And the traders, they give recognition and ensure trade with positive impacts. That's why the producers have stable price. Creating good opportunities for the laborers. And the principles of fair trade policy is transparency. Whoever wanted to ask question or get their doubts cleared will be cleared then and there. That is what is transparency. Accountability, it is reliable. We can believe, we can have faith in that fair trade policy. And also the practice is also in a fair way. They ensure no child labor. The gender equality have been given, no female or male variation or discrimination, and also respect to the environment. Okay, now we have seen about MNC and fair trade policy. We'll move on to GATT. What is GATT? GATT is General Agreement of Trade and Tariff within the countries. This has been introduced by India with 23 countries in 1947. And this has been drafted by Arthur Dunkel in 1994. In 1994, the new economic policy, that is LPG, have been energetic or standard in a better way, is through the idea of Arthur Dunkel, which increases in trade, reduces the tariffs, quotas and subsidies. This have been got by the WTO. The GATT introduced World Trade Organization in 1995 with 104 members. So the founder is India, and by GATT, General Agreement Trade and Tariff, World Trade Organization have been found out. The objectives of GATT. We'll see about that. To set and enforce rules for international trade. So without the rules and regulation, we'll not be able to do it in a proper way. That's why they have been set a rule for a international trade, and also provide a forum of negotiating and monitoring trade liberalization. So when we say that it is liberalization, it should not be taken as an advantage by the foreign collaborative companies. It also resolved the trade disputes between the countries and had a sustainable developments with the transparency decisions. So nothing has been hidden. Everything was given in hands. Everything was transparency. And ensure full employment to the people in India as well as with the other countries. TRIPS. What is TRIPS? The trade related aspects of intellectual property rights. It has to give a promise for the rights for the companies. That is what is TRIPS. Intellectual property rights may be defined as information with a commercial value. And also under TRIPS, the patent shall be available for any invention, whether product or process, in all fields of industrial technology. Patent means the rights that has been given, whoever have been found the product, they have been given rights of that product. It covers 7 areas of intellectual property rights. What were the 7 property rights? We'll see. We have copyrights, trade market, trade secrets, industrial design, geographical appellations, and integrated circuits with patents. That is right for the research. Okay, well, we'll move on to the next one. That is your TRIMS. We have TRIPS and TRIMS that has been give beneficiary for the laborers, the workers between the countries. This is taken around by Uruguay Round Agreement, and this says about the restriction for the foreign investment, that not that every company can enter into other countries. Not only they have been given some restriction under some norms. So with that restriction, if they were ready to follow the rules and regulation, they were capable of enter into the country to lay the firm. And the next one is adequate provision for the home country, especially given special category for the motherland country, that is the traditional industries. Okay children, here is your TRIPS and TRIMS, which gives benefits for the country, not for the foreign investment or foreign collaborative countries. Well, we'll see some of the terms over here. We have rounds of GATT. It has been 8 rounds in Uruguay with the GATT. So the first round has been taken place in Switzerland, the second one in France, third in UK, fourth, fifth and sixth in Geneva, seventh in Tokyo, that is in France, that is in Japan, and eighth one in Uruguay. With that we finalize with the GATT meeting. And by the right side we have World Trade Organization. The headquarters is in Geneva, and the members of WTO is Director General, 4 Deputy Director General and other 600 official staffs from around 80 member countries. Now we'll move on to our homework session. Children, this is our second session and we end this lesson, and this is also has been included for your monthly test. Be careful with all the answers. Today you have been given with 6 answers, 4 over short answer and 2 in detailed answer. So give importance, and you have to write your test in a fair way. Prepare well. Okay, thank you.